Liftoff. United Launch Alliance, Vulcan rocket. We have liftoff.
Good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you're watching from. I'm that Space Doge Guy, and today we are here for a very special event. Long March 3B launching Fengyun-1A. It will be special coverage here, as this will be the first live coverage with exclusive views from the launch pad to number 2 here. In just about 15 minutes from now, we expect the launch to occur here. Overall, everything's going well throughout the launch preparations. Of course, I've been in that game for quite a few hours actually, following the preparations here. Everything is going well. The launch service platforms have retracted just about 30 minutes ago actually, so things are quickly starting to get focused on here. Now, this is one of the more important launches since it actually has a payload name before it flies, or the payload is confirmed before it flies. Basically that, so that's absolutely exciting. And I can now start the event because we're live. So yeah, things are following well. Now, of course, we still have a lot of events, Roblox events coming up in the next few days actually, not even weeks anymore, because we're just almost a week away until the New Year's. So and a week away until the last Roblox launch that I'm hosting of 2025 in the Doge Aerospace community. Now, we still have one more event today. This will not be broadcasted or quite updated anywhere. We will have confirmation that it happened after the test, and that will be personally from me since I host all of these events. So yeah, I don't have time to do this coverage for NASA shuttle test. First of all, pilot training flight simulator, I will most likely record what happens, and that will be just my first person view, so pilot view basically of what is happening. If we're gonna get real-time updates, that's gonna be at the Discord server. Otherwise, you will probably see like a highlight video after the test happened, which would most likely be released tomorrow. Now, of course, that's not the only thing happening. We still have a Long March 2F, which is also not going to be with coverage. It will be the 2FT variant, which will carry the experimental spaceplane payload, expected to launch somewhere at 10:15 a.m. European time on December 29th. And then December 30th, live on the official DAPA YouTube channel, as you can see here, where this is broadcasted basically. We will also be broadcasting the Vega rocket launch, the maiden flight carrying Doge Sat 7. So this is going to be absolutely exciting. Also, first flight, and Doge Sat will be launching extremely often on Vega, like never before actually. So there are already a few flights planned in 2026 for Vega, until Doge Sat 9. That Doge Sat 9 will be the last launch of Vega until Doge Sat probably 14, because we have a Doge Sat 14, because we booked a flight on Expedition Aerospace, fully hosted by them too, for a launch of only the 4 Doge Sats, and we're gonna have a bit of an upgraded variant with just a few more added details to Doge Sat, and that's going to be starting on Doge Sat 10, and Expedition Aerospace will be our test. It's basically our test bed. Let's just say test bed because that's reasonable. So Doge Sat 10, 11, 12, and 13 will be flying on Expedition Aerospace's rocket, and that will be absolutely cool. That will be Flight 4 for the Endeavour rocket. So yeah, now focusing on today's flight, which is happening in 10 minutes from now. Long March 3B, I believe it has 3 stages. This variant has 3 stages. Let me just get the details here for you now that I'm talking about it. Can get that very quickly these days. There it is, 18-day turnaround for launch time 2 in real life. So, Long March 3B, 4 strap-on boosters, as you can most likely see on this camera. Yes, you can. 4 strap-on boosters, not including the 3C, which has 2 strap-ons and 3 stages in total. And this propels Long March 3B until in its planned orbit, basically. And today's payload, the Fengyun-1A, by the... that's a good one. I think it's also by the Chinese space. Yes, it is. And they have launched, well, this is not accurate because we're doing a Roblox version of it, but it will launch polar orbit and geosynchronous orbit and meteorological... English is going great today. I hope you're hearing that. Meteorological satellite since, well, now 2025 here. So this is the Fengyun-1 series, which will include until... that will go until probably E or probably Z. I'm not sure actually. That's a good one to ask myself. Probably go until H. Yeah, so Fengyun-1A until probably H. So that's a lot of launches still scheduled for the 3B in terms of Fengyun-1 satellites. And also coming up a lot of 4C launches too for other Fengyun variants. Now we're 7 minutes away until we see, hopefully, the rocket fly. It's been quite a long time since we saw Long March 3B fly. It was probably... I can check real quickly. I'll check for you how long it has actually been since one of these. That was a mistake. Shouldn't be doing that. Last Long March 3B launch was actually 2 months ago. That's quite a long time in terms of previous 3B flights. Now the first ever 3B flight was so this is basically the 3rd flight of a Long March 3B. First flight from the Xichang M701 launched on Long March 3B successfully, and that went pretty well. Engine looked much worse back then, and the pad itself. And then launch number 2 on launch pad number 3. And that was a bit of a less entertaining, but of course still entertaining one. And that launched successfully at... I'm not sure which date actually. That's a question for God to answer. God knows. now we're just 5 minutes away until Long March 3B takes its flight. Here you can see a little drone shot of it too. And you can clearly see how cool that is. Now we of course have other cameras placed around the pad. Footage brought to you by CCTV, Roblox. Clearly say that for entertainment purposes. For minutes. Now let's get some music back kicking in. We'll be back once the flight reaches its final state, and then we'll also listen into mission control here shortly. Also, if you didn't know, just to kick back, just to lower down the music here, if you didn't know yet, Long March 3B is actually planning to launch from the same pad we are today in real life in just a few days from now, the second Christmas day. That will be, so that is actually very, very cool. That will be second Christmas day for the Netherlands and, of course, the world. So it'll be day after Christmas Day, which is the 26th of December on a Friday at 5:05 p.m. European time, which is 4:05 I believe p.m. UTC time. This will be carrying Fengyun-1A, so that will be the real launch of a Long March 3B on the second Christmas Day. And then 3 days earlier, today on Roblox, we have a Fengyun-1A launching, also a Fengyun satellite, so that's pretty cool. Personally, I did think that through when I saw Fengyun-1A. I thought, why not do a Fengyun series? So, and then now we are here, 2 minutes to go, so it's gonna be very cool. We're gonna finally listen in to the countdown now as we prepare the liftoff in just a minute from now. It's gonna be absolutely exciting. Personally, cannot wait because it's gonna be pretty cool. So 1 minute 15 seconds. We're gonna hear that call out soon on the mission control. We'll open mission control since we have it this time. Finally, guys. Now here, let's listen in actually now.
Back. 50秒，50秒。40秒，40秒。30秒，30秒。20秒，20秒。10秒。9、8、7、6、5、 4、3、2、1，点火，点火。起飞，起飞时间动摇时3度分动动秒344毫秒。正对摇道信号正常，持续转弯，持续转弯。24号3幺跟踪正常。西昌光学跟踪正常，遥测信号正常，西昌飞行正常。203跟踪正常。2跟踪正常。311跟踪正常。
And that's a successful launch of Longwork 3B as it takes flight T plus 45 seconds. You can hear the excitement as it launches into space.
17号331跟踪正常。
Almost
17号331跟踪正常。
2 plus 1 minute into the flight.
西昌3109跟踪正常。西昌211跟踪正常。西昌211跟踪正常。
It's now already
西昌遥测
past
信号正常。
max
西昌
Q
遥测信号正
period.
常。
Very important
西昌
step
光学
into
雷达跟踪正
flight.
常，遥测信号正常，西昌飞行
Can
正常。
once again hear the
17号
excitement.
331跟踪正常。17号
You almost
331跟
feel
踪正
it.
常。
That's crazy.
西昌3109跟踪正常。西昌遥测信号正常。西昌遥测信号正常。西昌211跟踪正常。西昌211跟踪正常。西昌光学雷达跟踪正常，遥测信号正常，西昌飞行正常。宜宾遥测信号正常。宜宾遥测信号正常。宜宾3107跟踪正常。宜宾3107跟踪正常。
Now coming to up
西昌
separation.
3109
There
跟
it
踪正
is.
常。西昌3109跟踪正常。
You can kind of see it there.
助推器分离。宜宾遥测信号正常。宜宾遥测信号正常。依据分机。
And shut down. And that is the second separation of the launch vehicle. So it's now I believe, the second stage running. And then after will be the third stage, and that will be it. So that is all I can show you for that. I will say that was pretty entertaining. So, well, that concludes mission coverage at T plus 3 minutes already. I know it's pretty early, and I completely understand. You can still see the smoke trail. Oh my goodness, look at this. Oh, this is so cool. Never thought I could see that there. So that is cool, and there it disappears. And that will conclude the views we have for you today. So what a launch we just saw there. That was beautiful Roblox tricking. And that will be it for today's coverage. I want to thank y'all for watching today's live stream. We'll be back probably with video highlights on the YouTube channel, and after that we'll be back for the Vega launch live. We'll of course have video as well for the shuttle test and the Longwork 2FT launch, so stay tuned for that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.